Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. I am back for the latest episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta review. Of course, this is Kiss My Cheeks TV. Um, I'm a little bit late, but not too late. We just gonna get into it because I really don't have that much to say. I was gonna go live last night, but I started back my gym journey. It really ain't. I'm lying. I'm lying. I mean, it is a gym journey, but I just love Aquafit and it's hot outside. I'm down south, so the spring is like summer. So I'm back in the pool at Aquafit. And when I got home, it was late. I argued argued a little bit, and then I just wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the mood. So I'm getting it done really quickly before I head to the office. I'm gonna give y'all 15 minutes of my 2 cents, if that. If that. I hope you're in the rewatch gang, and I hope you get in the comments and let me know your 2 cents. But let's just get into it. But I'm gonna say this off rip. For me, where y'all got to do better. Is something wrong with the formula of this show? It is very low brow, low class, not behind no gates. Very loving. It ain't even loving hip hop. It's giving very loose. I mean, Zeus without the fights. I mean, but at the end of this, what was stated deserved to fight, but I don't advocate no violence. Not over here, but me and Abby love a good in between the washer and dryer moment. And at the end of this episode, definitely someone deserved to be placed in between that washer and dryer. But let's Shamia and her country song. Shamia, you can sing. You can sing, but it's starting to get very Candace like, over there on Potomac, where every episode she got to hum or belt a note to let us know she got it, girl. We got it. We know you got it. As soon as you release that t-shirt single, I'm putting it on my playlist. But I just don't want to hear you sing it every episode. It's working my nerve. Angela is still riding for Drew. I don't care. It's breakfast time. Portia still sleep. Probably would be me. I'm not a morning person. Though if it was some good bacon and eggs, I probably would have got up and got me some, but we on vacation. What are we getting up early for? Shamia is on the phone with Gerald, her husband. Shiloh is at the doctor's office and she has an ear infection. I follow Shamia on social media, so I'm very familiar with all the information she put out about her second daughter's health journey. And I've seen many tears of Shamia as she went through that health journey, and I feel for her. And some people don't understand the tears of an ear infection. I don't think it's just crying, but when your baby is going through so much at birth, like Shamia posted all the surgeries that little girl went through, all the time she was rushed back to the hospital. And I ain't no doctor, so I ain't even gonna begin to say the medical terms of what was going on. Just go back on her Instagram. I'm sure the videos and the lives are still up there. I understand that even though it's not as serious as it was in the beginning, it's still something your baby has to go through. And as a child, as a mother of a child who my son has, he had chronic ear infections. Like every other month, it was an ear infection. He had the ear tubes, he had the adenoids, the tonsils, all that stuff. And I ain't supposed to be telling all his HIPAA business, but I understand. I understand ear infections are not serious, but they're painful. And when your baby has one and they can't stop crying, they can't be soothed until you figure out it's an ear infection and you can get the medicine. It's a lot. Shamia says her husband is such a good man. He's such a good dad. He deserves to have a son and she wants to give him one. I'm not about to debate y'all TikTokers and YouTubers about you supposed to have a baby for you. It's your body, your choice. I agree with all of that. But when you have a loving husband, a loving father, and y'all know how men are. Most men want to have a mini me, want to have a son. As a woman, most women want to have a daughter. Sometimes it don't happen. You got to stick with what God blessed you with. But I'm not mad at Shamia for wanting to have a son for her husband, if that's what she wants to do. I'm very sure they got, what she said, 4 children on ice. Is that the politically correct way of saying that she frozen her eggs and she has 4 embryos? So it's very clear that they want to have more than those two children. I do agree, Shamia, it's not worth putting your body through it because we've seen that Shamia's body can't really, I ain't no doctor, but we don't want you to put your body through the stress. But I'm sure they will find another surrogate. They will have another baby and it will be a blessing. One, them people can afford it. It doesn't seem like they have any problem with childcare. That man is a very hands-on father. So leave them people alone. Stay out of their marital business and stop taking every little thing that people say and try to critique it. Like, let them marry people do what they want to do. Anyway, Drew shows up and she found out she got to sleep in them bunk beds. I think she said it looked like a dorm or look, let me tell you what looked like a dorm. Them 4 beds up in the attic in the middle of the room and they don't even have no door or no privacy. I would rather sleep in a room with the bunk beds where I can have a door where I can close it and I could be by myself. I can have privacy. I can spread my clothes and my personal products out. I can put my little speaker up and listen to my music when I want to be alone. I would rather have that room with the bunk beds than be sleeping up in the attic in beds in the middle of the floor where Kelly and Britt are sleeping. So, and Portia, if Kelly and Britt are so much, you so down for them, why didn't you give them a good room? Why don't you put Angela and Drew, since Angela was the one who invited Drew on the trip, why don't you put them up in a room where they had to share together? Because that's what I would have did. I'm like, oh, we all know this for TV. So we gotta play like we would really do this because we all know if it's our birthday trip, we planned it, we paid for it, and somebody invited somebody that we dislike on our birthday trip, we would have sent both of them home. Both of them. And I meant to say it like that. So we got to play the TV game here. And if Portia was that mad, I would have put Angela and Drew in that attic together. But anyway, let's move on. Portia says she can coexist with Drew. She was like, I'm cool with Drew. Let her pick where she want to go. She want to drink whiskey. She want to come over here and be whorish. Look, I don't want to say whorish, because I would have picked the Coyote Ugly too. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Where we at? I still got more notes before we get to the Coyote. Okay. Britt and Kelly look like naked mermaids stuck in a fishing net. I don't know what's going on with Britt and Kelly's outfits. They need to fire that stylist for that outfit alone. Like, if we're going out day drinking, why are your titties out with pasties and you have on a swimsuit net cover up? And then why does Britt have on the same netted cover up, but her ass is out and she in a thong? I mean, they say if you got it, flaunt it. And I'm flaunt it all you want to. It just didn't seem event appropriate. Like, that's something to me, a nighttime outfit, and definitely it's not a Nashville outfit. I don't know. I ain't like it, but it gives a beach vibe. Like, I didn't understand why they titties was out and they were in nets. It just gave a beach vibe. But anyway, they get on the Sprinter. Shamia gets a text message from, I'm assuming, some lady that back in the day didn't believe her ex-husband was being physically abusive. I think that's the correct words I can say on the YouTube. We all heard Shamia tell her story back during the PSA with Kenya, but thank you for the refresher because I forgot. Look, it's awful. I don't want to say all women been through it, but I'm sure all women, if we haven't been through it, we had a friend that went through it. We had a family member that went through it. We all know the effects of domestic violence and physical abuse. And I hate that Shamia had to go through that. I've been through one of them phone calls and text messages, and I ain't gonna put too much of my business in the street, but I've been through one of those phone calls where someone reached out to me years later and gave me that kind of apology. And when I tell you the release, because in life, our parents always tell us, move on because you're not going to get an apology for everything. Some people just ain't sorry and they not going to apologize. So it ain't worth holding on to it and making yourself upset. And I need to hear that advice today about a few people. I need to give that to myself. Some people are never going to apologize to you. Some people are never sorry. Stop being bitter and upset. But you could have moved on with your life and you got through it. You survived it without the apology. But when you get the apology, you forget about all the weight of that abuse that was stacked up on your shoulders, and the release, just the lift, the release, because you got the apology, especially if it's a sincere apology. I understand the tears. I was crying as well. And sometimes do better, people. When people just do better, believe people. Sometimes, even if you don't believe them, err on the side of caution. Don't go all in like you a lie. Just if you don't want to believe the person, at least stay neutral. Like, be like, it ain't none of my business. I don't know. But I'm happy that that person apologized to Shamea so she can get that little bit of closure and we can all move on. Now, Portia, Shamea, Kelly all go to Coyote Ugly. And I'm happy all the ladies came and wooed Shamea, and not in a funny way, but you know, they really comfort her. Portia, Shamea, Kelly went to Coyote Ugly. I thought it was weird that Britt didn't go with them. They left Britt with Angela, Cynthia, and Drew. That was a mismatched, weird combination of people together over there tasting the whiskey. To me, Coyote Ugly looked more fun. I like an interactive excursion, even if I don't really get down with putting my mouth on drinks and taking shots. For the fun of it, I would have tried it, even if the liquor would have ran all down. I've never done that. But if I was in an all-girls group setting and that's what we were supposed to do, I would have tried it. And if the liquor would have rolled all up and down, we would have just laughed at me, put it on the TikTok, and we would have moved on. Just sitting around tasting whiskey. Number one, I'm not a whiskey drinker. If I'm going to have a little bit of whiskey, it's going to be some Crown Peach or some Crown Apple with some Sprite or some peach pop or a Coke. I'm not a real big just sitting up sipping on whiskey. I would have been in that van looking like Britt. I would have been towed up to the ground, lightweight, passed out. I'm not gonna do that. I would have rather been taking tequila shots at the Coyote Ugly, twerking a little bit. You know, it didn't seem like they was just getting all the way fucked up to me. I don't know. Over at the Coyote Ugly, Portia's still talking about Drew, and I don't care. I just don't care. From episode 1, this whole I'm mad at Drew, Dennis and Drew ain't tell me nothing seems so fake and full of it for me. I don't want to be one of those YouTubers like Portia searching for a storyline, Drew searching for a storyline. At this point, I want both of y'all to let it go, because I don't want to hear about it no more. I don't care. Over at the whiskey thing, even more stuff I don't care about. I know what Kenya did, flashing that fellatio at her event is the big to-do, but how long do we have to hear about it? Like, I wish Kenya would have did this closer to the end of the season. Because it's like, where are we going from here? Like, okay, Britt, it was fucked up. What else you want us to do? You want us to go over to Kenya house and beat her up? We're not. That's our friend. And we told her she was wrong. We don't really know you. So I don't want to say we don't care, but we don't really know you. So our loyalty, yes, we still like Kenya. That's our friend. We told her she was wrong. Now, Cynthia brought her, what Cynthia said. They started talking about Angela being a victim. Portia talking about they feel like Angela invited Drew on a trip as a get back to Drew because Drew was talking about, we need some brand new stuff to talk about. I'm over all of this. What was the big part that came out of this? Because Cynthia, a lot of people are mad at Cynthia. I saw y'all on Twitter. I saw y'all. Cynthia seems to be taking Britt's side more than Kenya's, and they like that. That's why Cynthia ain't nobody friend. She ain't. Look, I didn't take it that way. To me, Cynthia is a woman of a particular age. She's in her 50s, if not close to 60. Is she close to 60? Cynthia is probably closer to 60. Cynthia don't have time for the bullshit. And when you get to that age, right is right, wrong is wrong. Kenya should be on that same level, but it's something, because I don't even understand still to this day why Kenya thought that was a good idea. I understand getting your get back, having some stunts and some shows, but I don't know what in Kenya's brain made her think that was a good idea. I agree with Cynthia. You can't put no poster board of me doing fellatio up at a public event and think I'm supposed to come to the next event all calm and demure and making you all feel okay. No, I'm allowed to show up angry however I want to show up. Now, we all know Britt put 20 on 10 and is doing way too much. Yes, Cynthia was not there for the pow threats of it all. Yes. But at the end of the day, what Cynthia was present for, she deemed that as being wrong. And sometimes, and I've said it here, the punishment did not fit the crime. If you are scared and you are threatened and you are really worried about a pow being brought to your job, you don't provoke the person that's threatening you. That's not the get back. That's not the get back. Kenya was wrong. Cynthia is allowed to say Kenya was wrong. And we're going to move forward with it because I just don't care. I don't think Cynthia is being a bad friend. Some people say check your friends in private. I like my friends to check me in public. Like my cousin was just telling me the other day. My cousin was just telling me the other day, and I got to speed it along because Angie, I got to get to work. My cousin was just telling me the other day, she was like, cuz I'm going to ride with you, right or wrong. You set it off, I'm going to ride with you. But then I'm going to cuss your ass out because now you don't put me in some shit. That's exactly what she said. She said, you my cousin, I'm going to ride with you, but then I'm going to cuss you out because you got me in the middle of some shit. Let's move on. I'm over all of this. Let's move on. Is it house dinner time? It's house dinner time. I done got my notes all out of order. Damn it. Angie, you got to speed this up. House dinner. Porsha got a nasty ass attitude. She was talking to Pilar and then she said somebody called her right after that and said Dennis been filming with Drew. You don't own it. Look, I get it. I've heard many sides of this argument of that's my baby daddy. This is my platform. How dare you bring my baby daddy to the platform? Only time he should be on this platform is through me. You don't own that man. Let me tell you this, and I've said it many times. Once you cross a line of throwing hands, plates, and microphones at my mama, I don't give a damn about how you feel about anything I do. Matter of fact, if Dennis was to toot his ass up to Porsha to kiss every time he saw her, I'm going to give him a round of applause for doing it. Because, Porsha, you've already crossed lines and disrespected this man in ways that he probably never imagined that it would come to blows with his mama. Over some bullshit. On the television. So I don't care about how Porsha feels about Dennis. What she said, he chose opportunity over the family. Girl, didn't you? Didn't you put an opportunity to be on them private jets with Simon over the family? See, where Drew messed up is I match energy. As soon as I saw Porsha come downstairs with that stank ass attitude, I wouldn't have said shit to her. I would have let her sit over there stank, being passive aggressive, playing nice nasty. She would have played that game by herself because I would have been talking to everybody else at the table but Porsha. I wouldn't have gave her the attention she was looking for. You can't come into a room being nice nasty, having that stank ass attitude. Hey, you straight. Like, bitch, you might as well say it, bitch. Like, we could read between the lines. Ain't none of us 2 years old over here. None of us are 2 years old watching this television show. Porsha was being stank and very nice, nasty. And you can't say, oh, I was being so nice to Drew. I didn't argue with her. Yeah, you weren't arguing, but you was being a complete bitch. Now, Drew, where you messed up was giving Porsha the attention. Well, Portia, I bought you a bottle of wine. I put my picture on it, and I just wanted to say thank you, but I'm about to leave. No, I would have sat it there. I would have kept my gift. Because, bitch, F you and your attitude. And I would have sat there, even if I would have just had to talk to Angela, and me and Angela would have been kikiing, giggling, laughing about some other shit. I would have been on my phone playing samples from my record like Shamia was. And we would have been, I would have been straight ignoring Portia and her nasty ass attitude. But y'all want to play into it. Y'all say Portia the queen of this show. Whatever. I done forgot why I done went on a tangent, but I think that wrapped it all up because I need to get through these notes. So at some point at the table, I forgot where it was, they started talking about accountability and Angela and whatever they was getting at Angela over. And Angela said, well, I gotta be the only one to have to deal with some accountability. Hell, production told me to invite Drew, but Portia, why the hell you fucked that lady husband? I love Angela. At first, I didn't know. That Flavor Flav comment had threw me off. We might have to circle back to that at the reunion, but Angela is now my girl, and Kelly can now go sit over there on the shelf with Britt and Portia and them. Portia said Angela can kiss my ass, and Angela said in her confessional, you should have said it to her face. You should have said, I don't want to kiss that Fix-A-Flat. Don't nobody want to jump up on that horse ass and kiss it. I don't look like Dennis. I don't look like Simon. Anyway, it's pool time. I do want to say this, Angela. Don't become the Giselle of Atlanta. When the ladies are getting turned, at least go down there and have a couple of drinks. At least put your swimsuit on and dab your toe in the water, and around 2 o'clock go to bed. At least, but don't be going to bed at 10, 11 o'clock like Giselle. You don't want to become the Giselle of Atlanta. But anyway, all the girls went to the pool, and wait, I forgot to talk about Cynthia. I don't care about Cynthia talking about baby daddies are off limits. Girl, I know everybody ain't running through you to get to Leon, and I know people ain't going through Leon to get to you. And the way some people baby daddy set up, we don't give a damn who they talk to, who they fuck with. We need somebody to get their asses a job. So Cynthia, drop that. Dennis is a single man who is an entrepreneur. He don't have to run shit through Portia to make shit move. Portia better hope that man is making shit move so them child support checks can keep hitting. Because her dreams of the private jet life just came untrue. She got to get back to work, and she need them checks, and that's why she over here promoting Drew, talking about Drew's album so good. Yeah. But it's pool time, and I love me a good pool party. I would have been there for the turn up. They getting drunk. They throwing ones in the pool. Britt, you did too much with the ass. It was just maybe 2 inches too much. If it was maybe 2 inches in, it would have matched them legs, and that body would have been banged. Because Britt, you do got a banging body, but it's just a little bit too much with that ass. But I don't want it. So your husband like it. That's all that matters. A good time was had. It looked like a good time was had. Now it's 2:30 in the morning, and Angela is on the phone with her husband Charles. Not me. I go out of town all the time without my husband. I do. Don't judge us. I do. And I'm too busy turning up. I ain't sitting up on the phone with him at 2:30, and at 2:30 he sleep. But anyway, she over here, the ladies talking about how they don't like her. She ain't shit. She always in somebody's business. She doing too much. She that's the truth that she heard. I was really waiting for Portia's truth to fall out, because I thought Portia was gonna do some Karen Huger type shit where she get drunk and she starts spilling all her business about her and Simon. I really thought we was about to catch some tea. Girl, they have to be drunk for you to know they don't like you. It's very clear they don't like you. But what was said was, this is what Portia said. Portia said, if that lady keep fucking with me, I'm gonna go over there and fuck her husband. And Angela said, hold up, Charles, let me call you back. She wrapped up that bonnet and said, bitch, who husband you fucking? And then Portia got to run. And girl, Portia, I thought you was big and bad. You only chase down assistants. You only throw plates at your supposed to be mother-in-law. You got a true candidate sitting in your face saying, bitch, what's up? I heard what you said, and you get to running. All right, Portia. All right. The ladies don't like that Angela recorded them. I'm not mad at Angela for recording because y'all hoes lie. Portia already lying, talking about she ain't say it. If it wasn't for Kelly in the confessional being honest saying Portia did say that, we would still be going back and forth like, well, Portia probably ain't say it. Portia wouldn't say no shit like that. You know, so thank you, Kelly, for being honest. Portia is still lying. So yeah, Angela recorded them hoes because she know Portia known for lying. Now her recording, she ain't captured nothing on it, so I don't know why y'all mad at it anyway. And then she told you she did it. It wasn't like she was sneaky and it's now Snake Gate or whatever the gate was back in the day with Nene and them damn recordings. At least she told you she did it. And that's it. The next day, Kelly come downstairs and say good morning to Angela, and Angela's like, good morning, but I ain't got time to be fake. Go ahead, roll your luggage on. I done said good morning. I ain't got nothing else to give you. Very much me. Very much me. Except I probably wouldn't even say good morning. Look, when I put you on that list of I don't fuck with you, you're invisible to me. Invisible. And a few people out there know it. A few people out there know it. But anyway, y'all, I gotta go. I gotta go run and grab me something for lunch. I gotta go run and get to this office. And I will holler at y'all later. Some videos may start to be pre-recordings. I know we all love to go live. Some videos may be pre-recordings based on my gym schedule, but I'm still go live too. Please support the channel. Like up this video, share it, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I'll holler at y'all later. Bye.